So here we are at a restaurant, as you can see, called Serenade. We just looked at the menu and it looks pretty good. Vin got this off of some blog online, and apparently it's this person's favorite place to have dim sum in the morning. It opens at 8 a.m., which is convenient for us because it's about 8 a.m. with a view, as you can see, of the harbor here. So I hope it's good. It's a little pricey. It looks like a dim sum plate is about $3 or $4. I don't think that's too bad by San Francisco standards. I have no idea what it is here, but we'll see. So come in. So here we are, and we got this lovely menu, and there's even pictures, which is very useful for us. And it looks like things are about $29 to $40. It seems so expensive when you're spending dollars in that amount, but I think it's about $7.50 Hong Kong dollars to $1 American dollar, so it's not so bad. So we're talking about $3 or $4 per thing, and there's all kinds of wonderful dumplings, and I want a tray like this. That's very important to me. I don't know why, but that's what I want. So we'll see if we can get a tray. Thank you. Ooh, this looks really good. It's dim sum in a cage, as they call it. But I don't feel caged at all. This looks really good. Now, I am making an exception to my kosher rule. I am eating seafood just while I'm here in Asia. No pork. I'm not doing the pork. So one of these things has pork in it, and I'm going to avoid it. But I have to say I'm really looking forward to some shrimp after all this time. So one of the really adorable things about this is they're all shaped like animals. So this looks like a little rabbit, which we found out is the custard. This looks like a goose, which I think has goose in it. This is like a little jellyfish thing, which I'm scared of. So I'm going to try the goose, which is a little hard to grab, so I'm going to stab it, which I know is not good. I did. Okay, I can't do this. And this is sweet too. I don't know what it is, but it's really, really good. There's some kind of fruit inside. I'm just going to eat it. Well, I expected it to be chicken or goose or something, but instead it's a really sweet jam of some kind. Peach or pear or something. And it's just delicious. But I'm going to wait to eat the rest of it until we have some savory stuff. Okay, next thing is this dumpling, which looks like there's shrimp inside. So this is my first shrimp in like 10 years. I'll dip it in a little soy sauce. It's good. That's what shrimp tastes like. It's good. I have to say, it doesn't knock my socks off though. It's just sort of solid shrimp, if you can see there inside. And it's not sticky. The texture is really, really good. But it's just pieces of shrimp. I want a little bit more somehow from my first bite of shrimp in forever. But that won't stop me from finishing it. The shrimp has a nice snap to it though. I think it's really fresh. It's certainly not frozen. It makes sense because we're on the ocean here, the sea. Okay, so we figured out that this shumai thing is the pork thing, but there's a piece of abalone on top, which I have never had before. So if I can wrestle it from this thing, I'm going to actually eat abalone. So here we go. Okay, don't like it. Reminds me of shark fin soup, actually, which I also don't like, even though it's a delicacy. It's too fishy. It's like I'm eating seaweed, but made of rubber. Okay, Ben can have it. Okay, so the last of the savories here, I'm pretty sure it's crab. So let's just take it, dip it in a little soy sauce. Oh, what it is. That's great. That's a really good thing. You can see that. Just solid crab meat in there. But not actually solid crab meat because there's some veggies in there too. Maybe some spring onions. Looks like maybe some carrots. It's great. It's got a great snap to it. A fantastic texture. A nice sweetness. It's perfect. So even though I complained about the others, this is worth the trip. So this just came, and first of all, I like the presentation. It's really pretty. We have a little salad and just one cherry tomato here, and I like this plate. It makes it very beautiful. Size is a little small, but these are, what are they, crab claws or crab legs? They're fried. They look delicious, and I'm going to go ahead and just try one. Now there's this dipping sauce. I have no idea what that is. It looks peppery, but I'm going to try it without it first. It's really interesting. You can see there's a lot of crab meat in there, but it's mixed with something. It's almost a crab cake. Reminds me of salmon cakes that I've had before, and it's got like almost a cornmeal flavor to it. It's really good. It's very mealy. I like it. It's like eating a crab pastry. The sauce is actually sweet. Sweet and sour sauce, basically. Really good. Really good. So I just took a bite of my favorite thing here. And this is a custard bun, or a custard dumpling, and it's perfect. What I love about it is, I don't know if you can see this, but there are these little spiky things that they made in the outside. It's like egg wash or something, and it's got a really great crisp to it. And then the actual shell is really soft, and the custard inside is perfect. It's just moist and wonderful, and it also has some coconut, I think, in it. So it's just a wonderful flavor. She took my cabbage. So the bill comes to $261.80, which sounds enormous, but this is the fun of Hong Kong. You're spending dollars, but it's only a fraction of what you normally would. So that's a $261.80 divided by 8, 32 bucks. So the cage and the tea and everything is 32 bucks. 32.73 to be exact. So now's when I give my ratings. So I'm going to give it ratings in ambiance, in food, and in overall value, which sort of takes everything into account. So ambiance, definitely a plus. This place is beautiful, beautiful view, great table setting. It makes me feel very fancy. And the cage, you know, the caged dim sum really did it. Food, a B. I would say the dim sum is really good. But some of it was, I mean, some of it I'd give a C, some of it I'd give an A, right, depending on the particular dumpling. So I'm going to kind of average it and say C. Dessert wasn't as good as the savory dim sum. Texture wasn't as good. It felt a little frozen. But overall, I'm going to give it an A-. I think it's a really good place to eat. And I would definitely recommend it, especially if it's your first time in Hong Kong, because it's just a beautiful place to have a meal, and it's not too expensive.